Hello everyone out there who thinks Freddy vs. Jason is crap. We're here to prove you wrong. For you see, they're probably sitting there in your smug chair with your turtleneck black sweater thinking, ew, this simply cannot be. How can this blasphemy of a movie possibly be so popular?
Do you think that
if you are sitting there like that with a single little tiny mug of tea, get out of here, you stereotype. Well, we're here to explain why the movie is successful.
Why it's so good.
Why people say it's so good, as we explain to you why it is successful. So for the next few minutes, we are going to be explaining this masterpiece of a film.
Yes, you better listen.
So let us begin. To start at the beginning, if you look back at the ending of the horrible, horrible film, Jason Goes to Heck, we see Freddy's glove come out of the dirt where Jason's hockey mask is, and drags the hockey mask underneath the ground with Freddy chuckling. This was the first hint that everyone had that Freddy vs. Jason just might happen. Needless to say, people were ecstatic for this film's release. So, in other words, if it wasn't for this, we wouldn't have gotten this, which for some people think this is complete crap, which is why we're here today. So, now for the explanation. Now that we talked about how the film came to be, now we're gonna give we're gonna give you the explanation you need to know why this movie isn't that bad.
For those who think this is wrong, we're gonna show you what the things that are not wrong. But
yes.
We don't know, so just listen on.
So, here we go. So for those of you that don't know, this is actually a response to, and I quote his name, Horror Movies Suck 666, where a month ago he laid a comment on my Freddy vs. Jason tribute video, and I quote and this is our conversation right here. It says plainly, "This is the worst tribute video I have ever seen in my life, and Freddy vs. Jason that movie is gosh awful." And I replied to him, well, if you hate the video so much, why did you watch the full tribute video? And he responded, because I wanted to see what it is. So I replied to him, still, if you hate the movie, why in the love of gosh would you watch a tribute to a movie you obviously hate? And he has not responded back since. Until I placed another replication to his comment. As I said, I broke your logic, didn't I? Where he said, wow, it took you a month to respond? Respond to what? Respond to the same comment? You could have at least responded back to my comment that I already responded to your video with. Anyway, so pretty much this is just a response to him for riffing on a movie, and also for calling him out on how much sense that makes to, you know, watch a tribute to a video you hate. Anyway, back to business. So yeah, Horror Movie Sucks 666.
Really confusing.
Yeah, you're a really, really confused man. You just, wow. Watching a tribute to a movie you hate, just, wow. You hypocrite. That's just so hypocritical, I don't even have words to express that.
If you don't like horror movies, then don't watch them.
I mean, sure, you hate Freddy vs. Jason, but that doesn't explain why you watched a tribute to a movie you hate. So yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Now, back to our little conversation. Okay, now are you ready to hear the reason why people hate this film? Well, here it is. Too much attention to story. I mean, sure, why would you even pay attention to a story while two of the biggest slashers in history are fighting right on the big screen? I mean, are you insane? No one gives a crap about the story. All we care is an awesome battle, a fair battle that'll feed our hunger for this film.
Like if you just wanted the battle, it will be like, why are they fighting? Who are those victims?
I mean, sure. The plot is, the acting is very, very, very silly, but when you think about it, No one cares! As long as Freddy Krueger and Jason Voorhees are at the same place, at the same time, at the same universe, it doesn't matter where or when the story takes place!
And by the way, another movie is a part of that universe, but we'll get to that later.
Yes. So, in other words, the reason why people don't appreciate this film is because they pay too much attention to the story. When I don't care if you contradict me or not, horror movies suck. By the way, great name. It doesn't matter if the story's good or not, as long as we get what we paid for. And that, my friends and viewers, was Freddy fighting Jason. Not to mention, give this movie a little slack, for this is the last time we ever see Robert Englund portray Freddy Krueger. And for some of us, this movie was a blessing. A blessing to know that Robert Englund may retire after all these years of playing Freddy Krueger. For he has had a nice, fantastic run as the character. After 8, count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Freddy's dead, Wes Craven's Nightmare, Freddy vs. Jason, 8 times playing the character in his life.
He may be retired, but we can still watch Freddy in our nightmares. That can give us enough ideas for YouTube stuff, which we do.
Which we're doing right now. Cha-ching. Anyway.
Flip.
Not to mention, the impact that this film made was just fantastic. Spawning a sequel comic book series, Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash, and even this comic book series got its own sequel, Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash, The Nightmare Warriors. So I hope this solves all your questions about why people don't like this franchise so much. Well, I call it a franchise due to comic books and other things. So, hope we answered all your questions. I hope we gave a good explanation why people don't like this film very much. And I hope we actually managed to change some of your minds. So, this is Horror Classic Man 98 saying, keep on screaming. Also, I hear that Paramount has finally got the rights to Jason back, which means, you know what that means?
What?
We might actually get a nice, another decent Friday the 13th film.
Good.
Yeah, thank goodness, because pretty much New Line Cinema screwed up the franchise. Except for this one.
Yeah.
So, this is Horror Classic Man 98 saying, so long, keep on having nightmares, and avoid hockey. Keep on avoiding hockey, so see you guys next time.